Older generations build identity like a biography. I am becoming someone. Gen Z often builds identity like a stream. I am curating what is currently me. This creates a subtle psychological shift. Identity becomes context-dependent, not fixed. Self-concept behaves more like a recommendation algorithm. Mood, aesthetics, opinions, even personality traits can feel switchable. Rare insight? This is not confusion. It is adaptive modular identity. But the cost is reduced long-term psychological continuity, which earlier brains used for deep confidence formation. Gen Z is unusually good at naming emotions, identifying trauma patterns, discussing mental health concepts, but weaker at letting emotions pass without interpretation, tolerating ambiguity without explanation, sitting in unresolved emotional states. So they often convert feeling to analysis immediately. Deep mechanism, emotion is treated like data, not a wave. That creates a paradox. They understand emotions better than previous generations, but feel controlled by them more often, because analysis interrupts natural emotional processing cycles. A common myth: Gen Z has short attention spans. More accurate model: their attention system is highly selective under extreme competition. They can focus deeply if the stimulus wins the competition. What competes? Infinite novelty, social validation loops, identity signaling, rapid reward micro-hits. So attention becomes not a muscle, but a marketplace of stimuli bidding for dominance. Previous generations had private experimentation, later social exposure. Gen Z experiments while being observed. Social media, metrics, screenshots, permanence. This creates a unique psychological pressure. The self is formed under observation, not in privacy. That leads to earlier self-monitoring, faster social calibration, but reduced messy exploration phase. Rare consequence: they often develop adult-level self-awareness with adolescent-level emotional freedom still active, which can feel internally contradictory. The human brain evolved for comparing with local peers, tribe level. Gen Z compares with global peers, curated highlights, algorithmically amplified extremes. So the reference group becomes statistically impossible. This creates a subtle cognitive distortion. Normal feels like failure because the baseline is artificial. Not because they are weaker, but because the comparison set is no longer human-scaled. It looks like Gen Z doesn't trust institutions. More precise model: trust has not decreased. It has fragmented into micro-trust units. They trust individuals over institutions, creators over corporations, lived experience over authority, community consensus over formal expertise. So authority is no longer hierarchical. It is networked credibility. Older psychology rewarded consistency, loyalty, long-term role stability. Gen Z environment rewards pivoting, rapid learning, identity flexibility. So their nervous system is trained for rapid recalibration, not long-term fixation. This produces strength in volatility, but difficulty with long-term boredom, delayed reward systems that don't show feedback loops. This is subtle but important. Classic stress response: fight, flight, freeze. Modern Gen Z response often becomes, what does this mean about me? So stress is immediately routed into self-narrative construction. This creates overthinking loops, self-referential anxiety, meaning-making overload. Not fear of danger, but fear of interpretation of self. Older psychology: I am a person living life. Gen Z psychology: I am a system being optimized. This introduces constant self-monitoring, productivity identity fusion, emotional performance awareness. Even rest can feel like state management failure.